Travel to me is more submersive. You know, I really feel like we're taking time to connect with the local communities and cultures. Where vacation is really, you know, it's just a snapshot. It's a still, one little moment, and it goes by very quickly. So I want this to last for a longer period of time. I want to really experience those places and taste the foods and take in the smells and the aroma, really experience it with all my senses. And especially we take it to a different level because I can be able to see it through my kids' eyes too, which is really exciting to me because at their age, I didn't have that opportunity. And I know my parents talking to us now, they're like, wish we did that, you know? And I think that's the response we get from a lot of people is, I wish I did that, I wish I did that, you know? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not wishing anymore. I'm just gonna do it while I can.
I describe it like we're gonna have fun and we're gonna learn more things than staying in school. And I'm gonna spend more time with my family and stuff like that.
It's definitely been a vision of mine to have my family travel with me and do more traveling in my life. And I never felt that once you had kids, I couldn't not travel.
I am really proud of my dad, but I'm really proud of myself because I've been through a lot with my arthritis and everything, and I've gone to hospitals in and out, and I'm just really, I guess, gives me pride that I've gone through so much and still going.
I think it's pretty ironic in the sense that our first stop is when Chardonnay, our 12-year-old now, was in my belly, and Di took me to a meeting he'd been invited to. And that was that mental shift of you can live differently versus I was going to school to be a school teacher, planning to work the Monday to Friday, have summers off with my family, and I'd done some traveling, but I always had just kind of thought vacation was gonna be my future. And this gentleman spoke and just lit me up. Like I had this fire built within me. And this was somebody that stood on stage and I thought, wow, he's a god. I think I was like 21, 22 at the time. And now we're friends.
I want to learn to really believe that this is right. And when I say right, because I'm not trying to put moral implication on this, right? Like I'm just trying to say I want it to be right for me, you know? And I still deal with that struggle a little bit because I'm just so conditioned. So that's what I'd like to learn. I'd like to learn to be able to let go, I think, of some of my old beliefs and realize that they aren't the absolute, you know? There's other ways, look at all these other cultures around the world. They don't live like that, man. Like, and why do we believe that we have to?
I love the animals and nature, and I love swimming, so all those things we're gonna do, because our mom said before we went, we're like, what do you want to do when we go traveling? Like, what do you want to learn like? And what I said, we would go to the beach and like count shells, and me and my sister were like, yeah, and then we can go to the nature and like do rock climbing and jump off cliffs and go swimming, and that's what got me most excited. And then like that's the way we could learn.
I'd say Mrs. Barber, my grade 1 and 2 teacher. I really loved her because she just taught me so many things and she made a really big impact on me. That's where my passion for learning came from, because she just taught me so many fun things, and she was really, and I'd have to say, even though she wouldn't admit it, but I probably would be one of her favorite students. She did keep me on for 2 years.
My dad loves to drive, and I think that's where I've gotten my passion to drive. So I remember very fondly, these long, epic drives, right? And then on the flip side, my mom also, she's loves to travel. So I think through those early introductions as a child, it sort of whet my appetite for now.
About the time when Di and I decided we were responsible enough to have children and commit for the rest of our life. And I think this time is bringing me back to that point where you just literally, the world is your oyster and you're not thinking of or doubting any decisions. It's just, let's do it.
I admire my grandma, my dad's mom, a lot because she's just so knowledgeable and I really love her, and I feel like I'm really connected with her and I'm just really close to her.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Costello because he like encouraged me and he wanted me to learn. And what my favorite thing was about his class was that he would like do things fun. He wouldn't say like do this, do that, do this. Like other teachers, he's like, okay, let's take a break and play a game, or like let's do a fun science project.
I think I always feel 22. I'm not gonna lie. No matter what my body is doing, I still think I can do anything. And I want to learn to do the splits before I'm 40. I'm 36 right now, but I've never been able to do the splits.
I coach a lot of people, but it's like, you gotta get comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. I'm like, I gotta tell myself this right now, you know? And I do, and I embrace that, right? You gotta do something in life, and you gotta keep doing things that scare you. You know, you have to. I mean, that's where we really push our limits. And as cliche as all that stuff sounds, you know, all the good songs have sung about this. You know, like, push it to the limit one more time. You know what I mean? Like, but it's true. That's where greatness lies.
Love feels like when you care about someone or something so much that you do anything.
I don't know, my dad's a really great person, an example of what love is, and he's such a tremendous individual, and that losing his high school sweetheart and then being so fortunate to find love right after, and my second mom and how she brought on 6 kids, and so there's that kind of love, and then you have the lust and the crazy passion and the things Diane and I've been through, and to just know how much I love him and love our kids. So there's just this sense of gratefulness and security that things will always be okay.
Fortunately, I have a really strong family and a fantastic community, a tribe of people that are very supportive, and the words of encouragement and the high fives and the pats on the back and just the everything. You know, it gives us a lot of momentum. The coolest thing is that we've had a lot of families reach out to us. Even as of today, we had a family reach out and say, you know, just what you guys have been going through and this whole process and you sharing with us on social and just in every day, you've inspired us. Another family of 4 has just told us, yeah, this fall of 2016, we're going to be taking our kids out of school and going traveling for 6 months. You know, just based on watching us and what we've been going through. So we love that because, you know, life's short, man. We only get one.
I